In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, if your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. Reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, if your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your SOL ID, your reputation grows.
What's up? Give me the mic, bro.
Oh, wait a second.
Okay, 1 second, guys. We're almost there for you.
Okay, no, there you go.
Welcome.
Don't hold it too close.
It's the first time in this studio setup. So
I was actually panicking because
cut us some slack. Yeah, cut us some slack. But welcome to Solid Talk number 54. And we have shit to cover because it seems like we're pumping. It seems like Solana is flying, and it seems like alt season is here. A lot of things are moving, a lot of things are happening, and people have questions. So we're here today to answer some of these questions. And I'm joined by not only Pierre, who's right now still figuring out the tech, but also by Benny. And GM Benny, how's it going, man?
GM, your voice sounds very seductive. A little bit of an echo. I can hear my voice.
Right.
What?
There's a little bit of an echo. So you can hear yourself when you talk. That's it, or you cannot. Okay. Then we just mute ourselves when you have a talking part. I think that's the best way to do it, because otherwise we would need your AirPods right and left for the output of the voice. So as you can tell, normally we're streaming remotely with every one of us.
It should be easier if we stream together, but somehow it's just easier if everyone is in a dedicated place and we are not streaming together. But it's nice to stream with you again after, I don't know, when was the last time though?
In Bali or something.
True. Okay, I gave it to you.
Yeah. So, yeah, Benny, how's it going? You okay?
Yeah, going well. Early morning. I think it's because the sensitivity on the mic might be a little too high, because then it's picking. I can hear Pierre when he talks, and you have the mic as well. But it does sound very very clear, very nice, very strong.
That is because of our voices, but we can also try to put in AirPods or something, Pierre, if you want.
I can also reduce the gain a little.
Reduce the gain, yeah, we'll figure it out. But
We don't like reducing gains here.
How did you even hear that, man? He's all the way back there. But yeah, it's true. We don't want to reduce the gains. But speaking of gains, there's definitely gains in the market. So the title of today's live stream is Solid Season, not only because we're going to talk about Solid and Solana ID as we do in Solid Talks, but also because we want to cover a little bit of the current market environment and what's happening in the Solana ecosystem. So I have like a few news that I want to share, that I want to just comment on, maybe get Benny's take as well on these things. Just some like high level kind of Solana macro trends that we're seeing right now. And then thank you. Then we also have, of course, a lot of Solana ID news as always that we're going to share with you. Some exciting things we're working on that we can give some sneak peeks into, because that's essentially what we do here in Solid Talk. So if you're here for the first time, then welcome to the view behind the curtain of Solana ID protocol. Because here we assemble the Solidians and the soon-to-be Solidians every single week, every Saturday at the same time, and we're touching on what we're cooking, basically things you might not see on Twitter, things you might not see yet in the news and on Twitter, and just some founder thoughts, because the idea was, since day one of live streaming these talks here, to share a little bit of background, right, and be transparent with the things we're cooking here. So that's pretty much what we're doing. GM to everyone who's in the audience. I see Chills here, GM, my man. We have Dharma Reza in the house. We have JD, GM JD. Good to see you as always. We have datastudio.sol. Amazing, good to see you guys. Alden is here, Fudelfinger, of course, not only in the comments every single day where I see you, but also in the live stream, always present. Cyber is in the house, because Cyber Brother doesn't miss any live streams. Danica, thanks for reposting this live stream. And GM Danica. Lisa Salyon is here. We have Anomage. Anomage is here as well. And CG from Team Borgi. Shout out to Borgi, who had a tremendous win last week for the barn fight when we battled against other communities. So shout out to Borgi again. It was lots of fun, and shout out to barn fight as well. Jacqueline is here. GM. We have Jordan Pierre. Welcome as well. Bonjour, ça va? And Cyber Investors in the house, and Osum, of course, as well. Also Giannis and Son. So everyone is assembled, the Solidians are here. So I'm happy to see it, and welcome everyone to Solid Talk number 54. What's today on the agenda? Well, guys, we do have lots to cover. We're going to start off right now with a little bit of Solami talk. So we're going to look at the chart. We're going to make sense of the prices. We're gonna pick Benny's brain to see if he can tell us where Solana is going to go next, because we want to know. And we're going to talk a little bit about Solid as well, to see where we are going next. Of course, we can't tell you anything because no financial advice, but we can give you a little bit of background info to the protocol, and you can make your own opinion on everything, including the token price. And then we have company updates. We have a guest speaker today who's coming up, a fantastic gentleman who's going to talk about his protocol and about something we're cooking with them. So you can stay tuned for that in the middle of the stream. We won't tell you yet who that's going to be, but it's going to be fun. We have a sneak peek into a new content piece that has been taken weeks to cook. That is basically a follow-up from content we shipped in 2024. And it is a little bit of Solana ID lore, I would say. And it turned out into a full-blown 4-minute,
5 minutes.
5-minute short movie. So it's really high-quality production that we have right there, and we're going to give you a sneak peek into that content piece before anyone is going to see it out there. And another sneak peek that we're going to give you guys today is into one of the products we're cooking at Solana ID right now. We're going to go over some screens with you, just behind the curtains, things that are not launched yet, things that are not announced yet publicly. We're going to show it to you right here. And we're going to talk a little bit about our social media strategies going forward, because we're also brainstorming a lot how we can put our brand out more. So we're going to share some thoughts here, because we also like to hear what you guys think about our thoughts and strategies that we're trying to implement for Solana ID. And then last but not least, we also have a Kahoot quiz again. Benny, you've been around, I think, when we did Kahoot before. So you might remember, you're not disqualified from playing, you're just disqualified from winning. So feel free to also join later, Benny, and answer some of these fantastic questions to test your knowledge about Solana ID protocol. I'm pretty sure you're gonna perform very well. And then I think we're gonna call it a day after this. So quite an agenda, honestly, to go through. So without further ado, I think we should jump in. Benny, how do you feel with $240 Solana? Is it
Electric? It's surreal, honestly. When you look at your wallet, I'm used to seeing $8. So
yeah. $8 has been a while since we saw this last, but definitely 240 hasn't really. I think we haven't really realized yet that it's there, because it kind of went quickly from 190 to 240 right now, and yeah, I think there's a few reasons why it's the case. So let me actually jump in. Let me share my screen and let's go over a little bit of reasons, or just a little bit of background to what's happening right now. So first of all, Solana at $242. We have Bonk at 27 to 1,000. We have BTC at 116K. Definitely numbers we haven't seen in a few weeks now, and it looked like a reversal. And people are getting a bit excited, but Fear and Greed is sitting at 53 and neutral. I don't know how your timeline looks like, Benny, but I feel like a bit more euphoric right now when it comes to the prices than a Fear and Greed of 53. For me, it feels like we're much higher. There's much more greed already, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of greed. So this could be actually a good sign, because I think there's a lot of breathing room. We usually see prices top in a certain range of the Fear and Greed index, which happens around 70-ish, right? Or even higher. So that gives us a lot of breathing room to reach higher greed levels in the markets. So Solana sitting at 240 at a Fear and Greed from 53 is actually quite good. I think it's fair to say. Do you feel like it's Fear and Greed of 50 right now? I don't know about you, Benny, but
yeah, I feel like that's pretty accurate. Just heads up to you on the what's it called? Echo. Yeah. I think it doesn't feel like high Fear and Greed index. Honestly, I think generally when markets pump, when meme coins pump, and you go on Twitter and you see everyone is super excited, everyone is super euphoric, saying that we're going to the moon, that's usually a red flag to me. I don't think I really saw that as much these last 2-3 days as we've been pumping. I mean, we've been pumping for a few days, but Yeah, it doesn't feel nearly as euphoric. It does feel like some people are taking some laps, but it's people that deserve it. Like Soul Big Brain, he posted yesterday where I think he was at 10 figures, like 100 million he put into DATs, which is absolutely insane. I'm also curious if the DATs has anything to do with it. But I'll pass it off to you. I'm sure you have comments there.
Yeah, I mean, you actually opened the door to that already, spot on, because I think the digital asset treasury kind of trend right now that's going on is something we've seen not yet on Solana. We've seen it slightly with Ethereum, but not yet on Solana. And in the past 4 to 8 weeks, we've seen a handful of companies putting DATs out, which usually have one purpose, and that's accumulate SOL. So it's publicly listed companies that have one reason, which is accumulate SOL, to basically give exposure to that underlying asset to investors into that publicly listed company. So for any crypto token out there, a DAT is a cheat code to attract more liquidity. That's why Bonk is working on DATs. That's why Solana is working on DATs. That's why we have Ethereum DATs out there. If you are a crypto project, if you are Solana Foundation, they are pushing this heavily. they are working with these guys. They're working with Multicoin. They're working with Galaxy right now to make sure that, because that's exactly what we need. We need fucking people in suits telling other people in suits to buy Solana, right? That's pretty much what we need right now to pump our backs, and that's what DATs do in a nutshell, right?
Yeah, well, and it's not just that too. They also, wow, you fixed it, Pierre. I don't hear myself at all. That's impressive. You're a wizard.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, with the DATs, to my understanding, it's supposed to be really big for DeFi because these treasuries, essentially, they're under the directive to accumulate as much SOL as possible in more or less like any way that they can, and with
Yep.
certain risk standards. So it's not necessarily like an ETF where you'd see people just straight up market buying SOL. It's more of investors are putting money towards these treasuries, and then these treasuries can allocate them towards different DeFi protocols like Solana restaking, for example, that may have higher earning return, higher earning yield than typical Solana staking.
Yeah. I mean, this announcement, for example, right, that we're looking at right now, Sol Big Brain was part of a round where he, together with other LPs, committed into investing into basically a new DAT on the horizon, which is Forward Industries, which has been pushed by Multicoin, Jump, and Galaxy, one of the biggest Sol maxi institutions out there. And Forward Industry is now a publicly listed company that collected $1.65 billion of capital from these LPs down here. And each sponsor committed over $100 million in USD. And the whole reason for that DAT to exist is to buy Solana, right, with that money. So people give them money and they buy Solana with it. So, yeah, I mean, what else do we want, right? Like to pump our backs, that's great. And then what you're saying, Benny, is that this is actually a great investment vehicle. That's also why it's so interesting, because compared to traditional stocks that you invest in with companies, here you're actually investing in an asset that can work for itself without any, just like it's an algorithm that works for itself. It's staked. It can be staked SOL. It can be restaked SOL. These DATs can even employ other more advanced DeFi strategies on Solana to make the money work. So you're not only getting exposure to Solana, you're also getting exposure to DeFi on Solana to an extent. They're not all doing this, but some of them do. So that's definitely bullish for Solana. One thing to keep in mind, one caveat, is that these, even Forward Industries and other DATs, are not accumulating SOL purely on the market, right? So that's something to keep in mind. They're also buying up locked SOL from other investors in secondary sales, right, from earlier funding rounds. So there's a percentage of SOL they get their hands on, which is not really making green candles on our charts, right? But still, A, the narrative is strong, and B, they're going to keep accumulating SOL, right? It's an ongoing thing right now, and they're also buying on the market, and they've said it. I've seen comments from Multicoin on Twitter where they actually talked about this.
By the way, 9 figures from Big Brain. Like, I knew Big Brain was a big guy, but My goodness, 100 million from his investment firm. That's crazy. And that's on top of
God.
all the Sol he already has. Like he put a bunch of buy
Yeah.
orders out of like hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars when Solana was like hitting $20, $19 as pin post or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
insane. Just 5,000 Sol being the market bot.
But that's why he can invest 100 million in a DAT now.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Because he basically bought.
But he hasn't even sold
What
this.
is this,
No,
20,
this is the thing. I
30?
bet you all this Sol he bought, he hasn't even sold.
Yeah.
He's still just
No.
holding on to it. Hasn't taken
I
profit.
think so too.
That's crazy.
35,000 Sol at an average buy price of like below 20.
I mean,
Sometimes you just have to hold, guys. Sometimes you just have to buy in early and hold, right?
Yeah,
It
he's a
works on a
legend,
smaller
bro.
scale as well. Yeah, he's a legend.
That's only 2 years ago.
Yeah, and he keeps doing that, right? Like he kept buying like all the time until now. I think he's still buying. Obviously, he's still buying if he invests 100 million in that. That's still buying Solana technically. Anyway, why is he so bullish? Because we're looking at charts like this, which is like, I mean, it's a pretty simple chart right now. But we're kind of seeing in the weekly chart on Solana right now. DeFi Dev Corp, another company that's accumulating Sol, by the way, put out this post and I said, you're not bullish enough. And the chart is like touching the weekly resistance down here all the time and not breaking through it since kind of a couple of years now. And we're also close to this all-time high for a third touch of it. I think everything, and it's getting tight up here in this triangle. So there needs to be some sort of decision, right? Is it going to break to the upside or the downside this year? With a few rate cuts coming in, the DATs buying literally billions of Solana as a blockchain shipping tech that is gonna give us 10 times, 100 times, even more times TPS with Alpenglow. The Solana ecosystem being as mature as never before with DeFi. Right now we can compete with Ethereum DeFi, which we couldn't before. Not only in terms of tech, but especially in terms of numbers, because Solana is making the most revenue in all chains right now. So yeah, lots of reasons why this breakout here could happen to the upside. Now, last but not least, is it going to happen to the upside right now, or are we going to take a while? So we quick glance at the chart here right now, what I'm tracking. So without going into detail here, we are in this smaller setup here. Without zooming out too far, we have this 1, 2, 3 impulse to the upside, topped out in a pretty high extension in fib levels of the third wave. This is really rare to see, like this is a long fucking wave here from $190 basically all the way up to $240 within, what is this, 6 days. And then now I think we have to top somewhere to recover a little bit. We might just do that right now. So before the stream started right now, we saw this first red candle to the downside. So I believe we could be on our way to a small correction here where people will, start accumulating to kind of not miss out on the next pushes. It might get a bit messy. It's a fourth wave, so it might chop a little bit back and forth and go all the way down to maybe 216 or below. But that would be actually quite deep right now, considering that we have FOMC and Fed rate decisions next week, Wednesday, I believe, in US time zone, which could be, usually what happens, by the way, is 2-3 days before these events, the market dumps. When I say dump, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4%, nothing crazy, which would be a fourth wave in our chart right now. That can happen because people are on the sideline. They're like, not sure what's going to happen on Wednesday. So they're kind of, taking some money off the table, reducing leverage and so on. Then the meeting comes, then it's either bullish or bearish. Right now, we're looking at least one rate cut in September. It's pretty much confirmed. And then 2 more potentially right now by a lot of analysts seen this year. So that's 0.75%, 75 basis points rate cuts this year, which is a lot, by the way, for interest rates, which is good for risk on assets. So we could see this playing out exactly like it's drawn here. Potentially, no financial advice. Do whatever you want. Don't listen to me. But we could see this little dip here and then another push to the upside. Could we see prices as high as $500 this year? Totally, right? I don't think it's unrealistic to see this wave here push much higher than what's drawn on my chart right now. So we could see this going up to, at least new all-time high, then a small recovery rally, and then another push to the upside. And yeah, that's totally realistic. There was a funny tweet, actually. Maybe that's something I can find before I wrap up. Benny, are you bullish enough yet?
I'm bullish. I mean, as soon as you said you could imagine 500 SOL this year, I'm feeling good.
I don't know if, okay, I don't find it. But there was one guy that posted, it was too funny, but I won't find it now. He posted the Solana chart, but basically upside down. And it looked like we're dumping, but it was upside down, right? So you had to look at the labels of the chart, and then you saw that the price is actually going higher to the downside, higher, right? So it was reversed. But it looked like the first glance, and the caption was also, huge dump coming in. And you look at the chart, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And it looks really like the chart looks very bearish. It looks like we're going down. And then you're like, wait a second, the chart doesn't look like this right now, Solana chart. And you look at the prices, and you saw it's reversed, and I was like, oh, genius. Like, this is actually
started.
Yeah, it's actually going up. So it was pretty funny. If you guys find that post, let me know. I want to see it again. I made a comment there. But yeah, I don't know if it's still out there. Are you bullish enough yet?
Oh yeah, I want to see 500. So
Yeah, I think we'll want to see it.
That was
because
very hype right there. That wasn't very exciting. Oh yeah, I got it. It would be kind of nice, I guess, to see 500.
give me those 500 SOL.
There we go, baby. So,
It's just the German enthusiasm, It's not that, it's not that we're like very. Yeah, 500 sounds good.
oh, that'll be
We're
cool.
going to be a millionaire. That's fine. Yeah. The reason why we're so excited is not only because Solana's pumping, it's also because it's very good for altcoins. And we're going to see liquidity flowing into the altcoin market. And it is also very good for businesses that are building on Solana. That's why it's not only SOL season, but it's also solid season. Because we are making money when protocols on Solana are making money. That's something you need to kind of understand. Because if they are successful and if they are printing, they will spend more money on marketing budgets or on other identity-related technology that we can, pivot and build to at any moment. But right now it's per campaigns with Solana ID for user acquisition, and the more money they have to spend, the more aggressive they want to grow, the more they're going to throw at Solana ID protocol, and the more we can buy back of our token and make our shareholders happy. So I think this is a great moment in time for Solana ID to just push out products and content and be active, because we're building up some serious fucking momentum here. Sorry for my French, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm really bullish on the next couple of weeks and months on Solana and for Solana apps, including us. Obviously, slightly biased myself here, but it is what it is. Now, I think that covers for now the market section from Simon the Permabull. Sorry for that. By the way, Trump just announced that he's gonna sanction Russia and China for like 100% or some shit, like some ridiculous kind of post. It might go down a little bit, the market. So in the short term, because of shit like this, Trump, if he has the fucking finger on the trigger, like I don't know what, like literally, I can actually put it up one more time. Yeah, we're gonna do a small giveaway in a second, and then we're gonna bring up our guest speaker. So don't go anywhere. But we're quick to mix all the euphoria with some healthy negative thoughts on the markets. President Trump says all NATO nations are preparing to do major sanctions on Russia and impose 50% to 100% tariffs on China, which is a lot, by the way. That screams trading war, really, with Russia and China. So if you see a post with so many words in caps from Donald Trump in such a long post, it's always bad news, guys. Like this can't be good. I don't even need to read it. I'm like, oh my God, this is bad news. I saw this post. I went over to the chart. I saw a red candle on Solana. I was like, okay, here we go again. So this might be the fourth wave I was talking about that might bring us there. So yes, fear and greed is only at 50, but we've been pumping, $50 in 6 days on Solana and Bitcoin as well, quite a bit. What goes up needs to go down. Don't get shaken out. Like we might see a reversal now. People are going to get cold feet. There's a few liquidation levels right now that need to be hit as well, of other people that gonna get taken out. It's going to happen. Okay, just stay safe out there and don't let yourself be fooled by the markets. Now, with that being said, let's do a quick giveaway, I would say. Should we?
Yes, sir. Let's do a giveaway. Just a quick one, as we usually do. Let me pull it up. You guys know the rules. For everyone who is new here, we have 60 seconds right now to explain the rules. It's pretty easy. All you have to do to get how much solid, Simon?
1.5.
1,500 solid are up for grabs. So if you want it, you have 40 seconds now to retweet this live stream, follow Solana ID on Twitter or X, which is the same, and then comment solid, all capital letters, solid, in the live stream comments. That's all you have to do, and you have 25 more seconds. Retweet the live stream, follow Solana ID on X, and comment with the word solid. We have 15 more seconds, and then we will choose one random winner for 1,500 solid for today's Solid Talk number 54. Down. All right, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. And we will choose. Are you going to choose one today? All right, so Simon is the lucky fairy for today. He's just pulling up the comments on Twitter. Are you ready to roll?
Yeah, don't look.
I'm not going to look. Okay, you tell me when you start, and then I will say stop.
Countdown, and then you say stop.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, stop.
Oh. Okay, guys. We got a winner.
Who is it? Who's the winner?
We got a winner.
Who was it?
I'm just looking if I can find him here in the... I cannot find him in the StreamYard. So
See, that's why we always do it on Twitter, so we have everyone covered, because not all the comments are always showing up on StreamYard somehow.
Where is he up there, though?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense. But who is it? Dama Reza. Ah, congrats. I know this name, and I think he might have already won before.
Yep. We've seen you around, sir. We've seen you around. Dama Reza, congrats for your win. For 1,500 solid. We're gonna collect your wallet ID if we don't have it already, and send you one.
Yeah, I will check.
Just give us a little bit after the live stream or tomorrow, to get it over with. But yeah, thanks everyone for playing with us. And this is Leon saying GG. So GG, Damaresa, and congrats from also for winning. You guys all won before as well. So let's spread a little bit of love to everyone who wins here.
By the way, if you want to talk to the people that are watching the stream, you have to look there.
I know.
There.
Yeah, I know. I forget. I was looking at Benny because he's so pretty down there. I have to.
Just imagine him there.
Oh. Yeah, Benny. Okay.
Okay. What's going on here? Let's move on. Let's bring up our guest. Right? He's waiting. He's waiting now.
Our guest before it gets too weird here. We got Ryan in the house. We got Ryan from Crypto Fantasy League. So I think let me check what screen we're using. What screen are we using, Pierre? This one?
For what? For sharing? No, you
3P.
can just stay here. Just bring him up. Should work automatically.
Okay, what's up, Ryan? How's it going, man?
I'm good. That was a hell of a talk about the market.
Damn, bro, are you in the car with the windows open or something?
No, I think he has a fan there or something. Yep.
Or maybe he's in the airplane. He's on the flight.
I think he's trying to talk right now. Ryan, you're rugging a little bit, my friend. I think we're losing you. I hope he's okay, though. I hope he's okay. Where did Benny go? Okay, guys, give us a second for technical difficulties here.
Very good.
Yeah, I think we're getting there, Ryan. We're getting there. Yep. We're getting there. But it's it is a bit. I don't know if your connection is gonna work for this. But worst case, you need to turn off your video for this. We'll give you a second to kind of figure it out. But maybe, Benny, you can help us a little bit to introduce Ryan properly. Tell us what he's building and give us a little bit of context to why he's here on Solid Talk today.
Yeah. So CFL is super interesting, Crypto Fantasy League. It's essentially a fantasy league for your meme tokens, for your meme coins, for your crypto tokens. Not just meme coins, really any type of token. You build out a roster. You can think of it very similar to a soccer roster or football if you're in Europe. You have a forward, you have midfield, you have defenders. Each one has kind of a different role they play on the squad, different multipliers. You allocate certain positions on the field to tokens. So let's say you have Bonk in the forward, you have Camino in the defense, and then you have Solid in the midfield because it's just a solid pick. Depending on how those tokens participate, you go against other players that also have different tokens picked out on their field in different positions. You guys kind of go head to head depending on whose tokens participate or perform better. They will move up the leaderboard, and then there's prize pools for the leaderboard. So by placing in, I think it's the top 10, there are prize pools, prize rewards allocated towards. We'll have an exclusive Solana ID tournament coming up. I see we got Ryan here, so he's going to give a much better overview than I ever could. Ryan, how are we doing, my friend?
Good. I'm good. Yes. Can you guys hear me clearly now? Is it better?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's much better now.
All right. All right. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of introduction. So my name is Ryan. I'm the co-founder and CMO of Crypto Fantasy League. So Crypto Fantasy League is for those that are familiar with the fantasy sports concepts. It's gotta be so easy to grasp. We basically combine those fantasy elements with crypto tokens. And then we allow our players to build a token squad. So it's essentially a portfolio consisting up to like 5 tokens. And then from there, you can compete against other people and you win by having a better PNL overall of your token squad compared to your opponent. That's basically the gist of it.
Awesome. Yeah, and then do you want to break down maybe the tournaments, how the tournaments reward structure works, and especially for the Solana ID side of the tournament?
Yep, of course. We have like a few modes. It's actually to play for the 1v1. But we have a tournament and we have an upcoming Solid tournament in collaboration with you guys. It's gonna be a 50-player tournament. So it's the same concept. You're gonna bet a certain amount of total, and then the prize pool gonna be taken from that pool that 50 people pulled it. And then it's gonna be distributed to top 20 people. Essentially, if you win top 1, you will.
What?
Oh, might have lost him.
I want to know.
He built up some tension, and then
Yeah.
you will get. What are we getting, Ryan? What is it?
We'll
Yeah,
have
thank you
two
very much.
different tournaments. They'll run non-consecutive, so it'll be 2 different weeks, essentially 2 different perk campaigns with CFL. I'm a really big fan of them. They went through the Coliseum Hackathon, and they actually won, I believe, the mobile track for it. So they are invested by Coliseum. They have the mentors and kind of the incubation there. They're a hybrid type of product, so they have a mobile app. If you go to their desktop app, you can see it's actually formatted for mobile. But this is something that we've talked about on previous Solid Talks. We're really tapping into the mobile audience, not only the users, but also the products there. Like essentially establishing Solana ID as not only this way to take advantage of your on-chain data and your experience within the space, but especially for these new users coming to Solana, they don't know where to start. They don't know what protocols to interact with. Solana ID can be that portal, and the Seeker really at the end of the day is an onboarding tool. So by tapping into these mobile apps, and we'll also be a display partner with CFL. So by tapping into both the display and perk side of the mobile market, I think we have a lot of potential.
Cool. Let's see if we can get him up one more time. Ryan, what's going on, man? I think
My
you're.
connection is
Yeah.
bugging me.
Where the fuck are you? Are you like in the basement? In
Indonesia still, right?
ah. Yeah, probably. Do you guys also have a blackout? Because this whole island is right now without electricity, and this guy only has electricity because he's burning some fuel in his garden.
Rich
Um,
white guy in the Philippines. Classic. All the neighbors are in the dark with candles.
dark. Only the white
Exactly.
The one white guy on the street has lights. What do you know, huh?
Bro, he literally has like 10 Filipinos right now in his second bedroom, like because
In the
the
back
whole
shed.
family.
No,
No, there's a bedroom.
it's a mansion.
It's definitely a
Oh,
mansion.
okay. All right. White guy living in a mansion in
We have a
Philippines.
pool.
All
We
right.
have 2 rooftops.
It sounds definitely, yeah, it sounds actually really nice. Yeah,
And in the gym, there's a built-in gym also. You have everything you need.
everything you need. But yeah, Ryan is actually from, where's he from actually? He's Indonesian.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
lives
must
in Bali.
be, oh, damn, really, on Bali. Who lives
I
on
met
Bali?
him when I was in
Ah, okay.
Super Team Startup Village.
Alright.
I have to leave early.
I thought only Australians live on Bali. I didn't know there's actually people.
there were
Russians.
actually a lot of
And Russians.
Indonesian people there.
Okay,
It was refreshing.
fair enough.
Really? Indonesian people in Indonesia.
Anyway.
Can happen. Yeah.
Anyway, if you would have to sum up any like the 2 most exciting things we're going to do with CFL, with Crypto Fantasy League, what is that?
I think, well, I'll start. If you are interested in trading, if you like gamified trading or fantasy leagues for any type of sport, CFL is going to be your bread and butter. You're going to love it. It's essentially a unique spin on trading, gamified trading, which I think is a massive market. We've already seen it with a lot of different types of trading games. You can kind of see, there's like Banana Zone, MetaMask. There's a bunch of other types of similar kind of click and trade games. I think this one does it in a unique, engaging, gamified way that also is familiar. And it's a lot of adjectives there, but I think it's a very hybrid kind of tough market to break into, and they have a solid product. And I mean, they won Coliseum, which I think says volumes. And we're going to be display partner, or they're going to be display partner. So we got it all. We got it all. I'm excited. I love CFL, and I love Ryan. Ryan's a good guy.
Cool.
I mean, even if you check Ryan's Twitter profile, you will see that his current banner is a screenshot of, I think it was Toli, right? Toli basically just doing a quote retweet of one of the CFL posts saying CFL.fun is fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think Toli also recognizes that at the end of the day, if we want Solana to be a user-facing blockchain, user-facing product, then we need to have fun and interesting products, ways for non-crypto native users to come into the space, to be able to participate, trade, but not need to be an expert, not to have to do TA. They can, essentially vibe code, but vibe trade and do it in a fun way. And I think CFL does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a huge market, by the way, honestly. Like, I think it's underestimated because there's like a few reports on trading bots that I've been kind of digging into a little bit because it's very interesting. And more than 70%, I think, of perps trading on Solana, on trading, not just perps, of trading on Solana is either like it's algorithmic or bot initiated, so not humans. I think it's 60%, and TradFi has 70. So we're not even like TradFi has a shitload of algo trading. Like it's much more bots than actually humans trading on markets these days. And in crypto, it's the same. So it's a huge market. But this also shows that like people like to set up bots and play and it's all degens usually. Like these trading bots are all used by crypto degens and so on. So not really professionalized yet, but I think the future of this is going to be gamified trading experience, basically, with these bots as well, where you kind of bring entertainment into the mix and some social elements as well into the mix and so on. So I think that's one future I see. So yeah, really really cool project, and obviously we're excited to work with CFL here and make sure that we can spin up some cool campaigns for the both of us. So we want to help them to get some perks shipped to their users as a display partner. We want to help them to also get some visibility on CFL and the tournaments using our display network. pushing campaigns through it, per campaigns through it, and we ourselves want to be part of such tournaments as well, and appear in the CFL app itself. So all that's going to happen. That's basically the TLDR of the section right now. Took a bit longer because we, just chatting right now a little bit about it. And Ryan, I'm sorry that your connection was dragging a little bit. We saw you for a brief moment. I hope we covered your project, but I think Benny explained it brilliantly. So I think we're good. Awesome. What else shall we do, Pierre? What's on the agenda?
Damn, we are already 45 minutes in, and we have basically just covered one part of the update stuff. What about doing some fun stuff? Like a watch party.
Watch party. What are we watching?
So you already mentioned it earlier, right? For all of the OGs that are already with us for a long time, they remember that we launched a comic, and Solana ID is not a comic publisher, but we love doing fun stuff, and we thought that it would be a nice idea to partner up with D-Reader, who are unfortunately not operating anymore. But back then it was a very nice way of basically telling a story. And we thought, why not just also bringing our own comic? Because we are so lucky. One day I was just walking on this beautiful island beach, and I met a guy called Sigmund, who is a former DC and Marvel comic artist. And we asked him, would you like to join Solana ID? And that's why we have such amazing artworks always coming up for Solana ID. And he also made this beautiful comic that we use to tell a little bit of the story of Solana ID, at least like one use case, right? So I think it's like almost 1 year now, is it? Maybe a little less.
Yeah, a bit less than a year, but...
Yeah, but almost. You're almost there. It's like almost 1 year of anniversary of the comic, I think. So it's actually nice that we are bringing this out now. Yeah. And we had the idea, together with Little Unusual, to turn this comic into an actual little animated AI movie for everyone who hasn't read the comic yet. Because I think there's no way of reading it right now. Even if you have the NFT, I'm not sure actually if you can still use D-Reader. I have to ask Josip. So it's actually a nice revival of the comic. And I have it here. It's not 100% done yet, so there needs to be some polishing. But I think it's good enough to share maybe like 1 minute.
Yeah,
like,
we won't give you the full thing, but we want to give you the touch and feel of the whole thing and how much effort we put into, putting this out. And we believe there's, it can make a big splash as well on social media, because we want people to see it and recognize that, crypto companies like ourselves are actually putting a lot of effort into producing, good content that you usually just get from, fucking huge brands or from cinema already. Like it's a cinema trailer, really.
Yeah, so I have actually no idea how it works, like the technical side of things, how it was made, but it looks actually really nice. So for everyone who read the comic and is familiar with the Solidian, I think that was or was it the Solidians? I think that's the comic title, the Solidians. Something like that. So everyone who actually read the comic and will see the video now will have some sort of aha moment, like, oh, wow. I don't know. Benny, have you seen the video yet? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so for you it's going to be a sneak peek as well.
Okay, so let me stop yapping and just bring it up so we can watch in maybe like a minute, I would say.
Yeah, cut it off around a minute.
All right. And here we go. I hope it works.
A new vote on the Jupiter DAO. Who will become the new Solana Super Maxi? This could be my shot. Whoa! What just happened?
Let's find the next Solana Super Maxi.
GM, everyone.
This is my chance. If I win this vote, all my hard work will finally pay off! Fellow Solana builders, I've spent 3 years contributing to our ecosystem, building DeFi tools, supporting new projects. Vote for me!
Yeah.
Sybil is our man.
All right. All right, that's enough. That's enough for today.
Yeah, so that's a little sneak peek into the Solidian Origins, I think was the name, the Solidian Origins comic that we shipped back then. And basically what this clip is going to do for you when you see the full thing is it's going to tell you why we need identity tech on Solana as well, why we need some sort of proof of humanity, why we need slick and easy to use solutions, and Solana ID is positioned to do that. And that was a little bit the backstory of it, and we packaged it into like this, funny little trailer or clip actually that goes for like 4 or 5 minutes. So yeah, pretty cool. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. What do you think, Benny? You haven't seen it. You're just
think
smiling down there. Or I think you're frozen. That's why you're smiling.
No, I think it's very cute. I like the little Jemmy cameo at the end with the sombrero monkey. I think it might be it's a little cheesy with the I've been building DeFi protocols on Solana, vote for me. A little cheesy, but it's cute. I like it. It's comic vibes, The art's great. The art's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine if it's going to be a bit cringe. Like that's the whole point. It doesn't need to be like perfect Hollywood style or whatever. But yeah, looking forward to put the whole thing out and get a bit of attention on it. It's going to be fun. So yeah, big shout out to everyone who was involved. But we're gonna give credit when it's final, when it's out. This was not the final version as well. Like there's still like a few edits that we're doing to it.
Yep, sounds good.
But yeah, pretty bullish. So yeah, there was a sneak peek into the Solidian Origins short trailer or short movie, and I guess it's going to ship in the next couple of weeks. Now we're approaching the full hour, and I think after the next topic, we're gonna help you guys to get your hands on the solid NFT from today, the participation NFT from today. But before we do that, I think we can cover one more quick comic. And Benny, I was thinking that we might want to give the people a little sneak peek again into a product topic, because we've been working on the portal since a while now, which is the B2B kind of campaign manager where you can set up per campaigns. And I think we're at the moment right now where we can show you guys a little bit how the product actually is going to look like, because it's almost done, like kind of the structure, everything, like the main idea of it is almost done in the back end. Even the front end is or progressed a lot. So we have we made good progress on it, and I think it's a good moment to kind of look at it. Obviously, Benny, you know what we're talking about. You've seen it before. I mean, you've been working with us on it, so you know what's up. But yeah, let me actually pull up our Figma right here and literally take a look at the screens, so you guys can get an idea of what we're talking about here. Benny, just give me feedback. Can you see my Figma right now or anything else?
Yeah, that looks good.
Figma. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're looking at what we call the Solana ID portal, where businesses will set up their accounts. If you're a marketer in crypto, you can set up your account and you can basically create a campaign for your audience right here. If you just head over and create a new campaign. And once you have set up a per campaign, you can actually track things like impressions on your perk in the Solana display network, how many people clicked on it, what's the click-through rate, so clicks related in comparison with impressions. You can actually track conversions even. That means you can track the wallets that come from the perk frames to your DApp and convert into a user by doing a swap or providing liquidity or lending on your platform or minting an NFT, whatever the conversion event really is. We can track it. And with the conversions, you can also calculate a conversion rate, which is a very, very important KPI if you want to do performance marketing really, and obviously a cost per conversion as well, since you're paying per click as a business partner with us or a perk partner. And you then basically, if you have your business economics figured out for your protocol and you know how much money you actually make on a conversion event, you can also calculate the return on every conversion. So lots of cool things you can measure with this. And the way you set up these campaigns as a business is also really straightforward. You're basically getting thrown into the campaign wizard. You're setting a budget for your campaign as its cost per click. You can set a start date and an end date if you want to. And then you will be asked a few questions. How do you want to proceed with the targeting? We can help with the targeting by automating it based on your business, or we can do it manually for you. If you want to do it manually, then you're going to decide if you want to target tiers or badges or a combination of the both. For now, we're not going to utilize any off-chain data because we want to keep it as permissionless as possible. With this targeting, we can target every single wallet on Solana. We just have to reach them. This is where we need the display network and scale it up as well. So you can select tiers, you can select badges that you want to target, and you're going to define a perk. What do these people get? If I do tier 1, tier 2, and liquidity provider badge, what do I want to give to these people? So you define your perk, and it's going to show up in the perk frame, as you guys know already how it looks like on Sol Incinerator right now. And it's going to be pushed into the Solana ID display network once you start your campaign, and it's going to be approved by the Solana ID team. So this thing has a lot of other screens and functions and things that are going to happen in the business manager. Nothing really that is too secret to show here, but we're going to keep it a little bit for later, because again, I just wanted to give a sneak peek. So yeah, I think we've been working on this since a while now, and it's really good to see that it's coming together. So yeah, Benny, you're excited about having some more tools for our dear businesses that we work with.
I'm very excited. Yeah, I mean, it makes my job easier, right? Instead of onboarding them through the whole process, we can kind of send them the link. I do think I've been a little bit out of the loop when it has come to making this side of the product, or at least in the early days. But it is really fascinating for anyone curious, like any of the audience listening. It's really fascinating watching a product be made, because essentially you have to account for every single possible interaction on a page. Like every time you click something and there's a pop-up, every time there's text, there's a button, there's color, font, like everything is thought of in a product. And I never really fully realize that when I'm clicking through websites and I get confirmation pop-ups or certain things happen. There's just a lot of just stuff that happens on pages or in products that you don't really think about until you start building one, and you're like, holy shit, this requires a lot. This is a lot of work here.
I think you're just getting more aware of your surroundings in the internet once you actually worked on a product yourself, right?
100%.
Or even you don't even have to work on it. You just have to be involved in the process and see the screens of the user interface coming together and see the comments, how many iterations it takes. Because ideally, everything on the screen is there for a reason, and everything makes sense. Like every button needs to be there for a reason. Any color and font that you chose needs to be there for a reason. If it doesn't really have a reason, delete it from your user interface, because why the fuck would you need it? So and you see apps like this in the internet sometimes where there's like a lot of functionalities, a lot of things you can hover over and so on, but it doesn't make the life easier for the user, right? So we're trying to do the opposite and keep it lightweight, minimalistic, and straightforward and clean. That's kind of what we do with Solana ID in all our products. So if you've seen from the Priority Pass mint page that we had last year up to the Solana ID hub right now on app.solana.id, back to the website even, we're trying to keep it like as efficient as possible, not too minimalistic because it's just not our style, right? Like Solana ID is a little bit, there's a little bit of colorful, of colors involved. Is a little bit playful here and there, but not too much. So we do have like a pretty unique branding and style that we want to, trying to keep. Now, speaking of branding, or do you want to comment on anything else regarding the product?
I just want to say that because we have always been very involved into the product stuff, obviously because we are the co-founders. But I can say that even if you're trying your very best to be very cautious of every single step that is happening in a product, trust me, 99.999% of the times, a few days before launch, you will sit there, check the product and check everything, and you will be like, fuck, wait a second, I think we need another screen for this one here. Or what is this button doing? Why is nothing happening? There's always some unpleasant surprises. But it makes it also, let's say fun.
And on the user side, you should be excited for these types of products because it makes it easier for protocols to offer perks to users. Once this portal is set up, then they can come in and, especially after the first campaign, I think the first campaign is always going to take a little bit of onboarding with the API, setting up perks and everything. But once we onboard a lot of these perk partners and the portal's up and running, they'll be able to set up secondary campaigns, secondary perk rewards, much easier, and kind of continuously look to acquire users across the ecosystem.
Yep, that is very true. And if they see their numbers going higher, like the Salami chart is doing right now, then they will love to shipping more perks and double down on Solana ID.
That's the idea. Now, it is the full hour already, Pierre, so shall we distribute the NFT?
The Solid Talk NFT. Yes, yes, everything is prepared. Holy shit, I've never been prepared so good. So where's the NFT?
It's right here.
It is right here, and it is right on the screen right now. Ooh.
Reincarnation. Shall we call it the
Yes, the reincarnation NFT.
Yeah.
Benny, quick rating, 1 out of 10. Don't say anything wrong.
I'd say 8.
Ooh, I'm going to tell Zig that you just rated his NFT artwork as an
Yeah, you guys had dinner with Sig last night, right?
No, we're going to have lunch with him tomorrow,
Oh,
actually.
I see.
Yeah.
Can you see if he
Very
likes
nice.
me? I don't know if he hates me or not.
I
can't
will
tell.
ask him. I think he doesn't like you since you mentioned the word prompt in one of the.
I think that was
you basically
very early
prompted Zig, and he doesn't like to be prompted. So yeah.
He's like, who's this guy coming in here?
What is this Benny? What is this Benny doing here? If he's giving me another prompt, and I'm out.
I'll
Mic drop.
knock someone out if they prompt me.
All right, so let's stop yapping about this, but let's start yapping about how you can get your hands on this beautiful NFT. There is some slight changes today. I added one more step. So everything is the same. You need this secret code here, which is CFL for today, all capital letters. And you go to talk.solana.id, or you scan the QR code, or you just go to Zili and then search for Solana ID and then join the quest board. And then there's a quest called Solid Talk #54 proof of attendance. Nice that I see it now so I can tell the actual name. And then all you have to do is use this secret code, which is CFL. And then you put your Solana wallet address in there as well. And please retweet, like, and comment on the latest tweet that I've just published, which is exactly about the topic we just talked about, which is the portal. And then there's another step. It's a bit ridiculous that ZD doesn't support any Instagram or other features, but I would just like to ask you to do me a huge favor. Just visit this link that is mentioned in the quest, and that leads you to our Linktree profile, where you find all of our important links, and there's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you are not following us on any of these 3 platforms that I've just mentioned, then please do me a huge favor and just follow us there, because we are going to ship content there very soon. That's one of the reasons why this handsome little fella over here is visiting me on the island. A lot of fresh new content that we're not going to ship on Twitter, most likely. So if you don't want to miss out on that, it will probably be super funny, because you don't really have any idea what we're going to do, right? I think you haven't checked anything. But trust me, it will be very funny. So you don't want to miss that. So do me a favor and just give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I think I had another idea, but I will touch on this anyways in a few minutes. So I will leave it with this for now. That's all you have to do. Follow these 4 steps. It's super easy. And then you will get this beautiful NFT from our, where is it? Where's the NFT? There. You get this beautiful NFT into your wallet latest next week on, I would say, Tuesday. And I kept my promise from last week. You remember? With the 500 push-ups?
Yes.
I said if I don't ship the NFT before Tuesday, I will have to do 500 push-ups.
Did you ship it?
Yeah, for sure. So on Monday, I was like, fuck, I have to do it today. Otherwise, I need to do 500 push-ups next on the talk. So yeah, this time I was quick. I think it has never been shipped this quick in the last few weeks. So I just need to threaten myself, and then it works. I need some pressure. And then I don't forget about it. Well, I think that's it for the Solid Talk NFT. Let me check the agenda. And what is it, Simon? Are we going to do the Kahoot now, or?
That's the question. So we do have the Kahoot prepared. And I think we have to do it, because otherwise we never do it.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while. It's always fun. And
Yeah.
Benny loves it because he's always winning.
It's true.
but he also hates it because he's always winning, but then also
He doesn't
get anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
I want attention and recognition. That's all I need.
I know, Benny. That's why you work for us.
It's true.
All right, now, yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm down for it. Real quick, guys, I'm gonna put it on the screen right now, so you can already start joining the lobby, and then I'll explain how this works.
I will excuse myself for a moment and I come back.
Sure, whatever. Now, weirdo. We do have the Kahoot games, and how they work is the following. So let me just get rid of this banner here as well with the code. We don't need it anymore. Now, guys, if you want to play a game with us right now, if you want to play a quiz with us to win 3 prizes, because we have in total 4.5 thousand solid up for grabs, and first place, second place, and third place are all gonna get a chunk of that, with the first place obviously getting the biggest chunk. Now, actually, how much chunks are you guys getting? We're doing 2,000 for the place number 1, 1,500 for place number 2, and 1,000 solid for place number 3. How do you win? So it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is join the Kahoot right now. We're in the lobby, so we're gonna have some time to get people in here. To join the Kahoot, you can either go on kahoot.it on your browser and type in the game pin, which you see right now on the screen. And then you're gonna land in our lobby right here. And then you can also scan the QR code.
You like that one?
So stupid. Yeah, like they were. Idiot. You can scan the QR code as well, and you're gonna end up with your phone also in the lobby. So you can do it as well. You will need to look at the screen, because the screen is gonna tell you what questions or what answers you need to select, right, to win. Huh?
I only hear him saying, "Did you like this one?"
All right, to hear Benny. Yeah.
Can you guess who's me, Pierre?
What?
Can I what?
Guess which player's me?
I don't know. Is it Son of Gondor?
It's not him, bro.
I'll just leave it up in the air. I'll leave it unknown.
Yeah, I know you're Simon Spicer.
Yeah, bro, I know.
That's fucking weird, but that's your thing.
I got a giggle out of Simon. It was
Is
worth
that
it.
some sort of kink?
It's just
the kink, yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Kinky too. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna give you a few more seconds to join the lobby. Once we kick off the game, speed is what counts. Okay, so we're gonna read a question for you. You have to select the right answer to the question, of course. It's a fucking quiz, and you need to be quick as well, right? So you need to reach the time limit. If you're over the time limit, you're not getting any points. And if someone else is faster than you, they're gonna get more points than yourself. So make sure to be quick with this one as well.
I also want to join.
And
I don't know what you pulled up for today.
And make sure to also select the right questions here. You can scan it here too.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah. All right, good.
Oh, it's a video. Nice. Stupid Pierre. Trying to scan a QR code with the video.
Smart. Okay, guys, we're gonna get started. So if you're not in the Kahoot quiz yet, then make sure to join. You have 1,500 solid up for grabs for the. Wait, I always forget the fucking prices. You have 2,000 solid up for grabs for the first place, 1,500 for the second place, and 1,000 for the third place. Now we're getting started in 10, 9, 8, 7.
I literally just used the game pin as
Is
my
this
name.
you? I was about to roast. I was to roast whoever put the code as their name. I didn't want to be
I
mean to
didn't
any of
read.
our.
I was like, wait,
community
what's the
members.
code again? 817554.
This
And
guy,
then I saw Wait, what is happening?
I was literally thinking in my head, I was like, I can't be mean to our community. That's just messed up. But now that I know Simon, there was Pierre. Yeah.
It was literally me.
You say my name, bro. Okay, so first question. First question, guys. Now focus, concentration. The first question for Kahoot of today's Solid Talk is: what month and year did the Solid token officially launch? Was it on December 24? Was it on April 24? Was it on January 25? Or was it on October 23? Those are the years, by the way. So, was it
I locked in.
December 2024? Was it April 2024? Was it January 2025? Or was it October 2023? What month
That's
and year
hard.
did the Solid token officially launch?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you
I
got
don't think about
you got to think for a second.
I had to stay up very late, so I will remember this date for sure, forever.
Alrighty, the majority of people actually picked the right answer here, which was December 2024. It's been a while, but not too long. But we are definitely getting started here. We have 900 points for a mediocre game at the first place, and then this weirdo with 817554 is on the second place here.
Ooh, I'm better than you, Benny.
Okay.
Congrats, Boomer.
Okay, this is gonna get great here. Where do Solidians mint their ID, check scores, and grab perks, guys? Where do Solidians mint their ID, check scores, and grab perks? Is it in the Solana ID portal? Is it in the Solana ID hub? Is it with the Solana ID display network, Solana display network, or is it using the Solana ID API? Where do Solidians mint their ID, check scores, and grab perks? Guys, it is up to you. If you want to win this, make sure to select the correct one here. Not a super hard one. If you are in our ecosystem, if you're involved a little bit, you know that we're actually doing it in the Solana ID hub.
Wait, you're checking yours in the hub? I'm always using the fucking API. How does the hub thingy work?
They query your wallet data every time.
Who's on top, Benny? Who's on top? Huh?
Let's
Tell
see,
my
let's
name.
see.
Oh, should I kick him out? I
I'll
can't kick
lose
him out.
this
He's
straggler.
actually next to me. I want to go back into remote, man. I can just kick people out. All right. Okay, guys. So calm down a little bit on your with your times. Okay, let the community win as well. Thank you, guys.
I'm always on the last questions. I just
We're
always
flexing on the
intentionally choose something else. I just wanted to prove something to Benny. Okay, now I will be
Next
chill.
question. The highest FTV we reached with Solid was 150 milli. Was it larger than 70 milli? Was it 50 milli? Or was it smaller than 40 milli? The highest FTV we reached with Solid, our token, was 150 mil, larger than 70 mil, 50 mil, or smaller than 40 mil. I feel like in this show, Rabbit Millionaire, who's gonna get millionaire? You know this show?
Yeah, what's the English equivalent for this? Benny, what's the name
sorry,
of the show?
That was actually wrong. I think the question was, we did not reach 150 mil. Okay, that's on you guys.
Somehow I chose the correct answer.
Oh no! Actually, 6 people chose 150.
Yeah. Well,
That's a bit weird.
What's the correct answer?
Simon rugged us. Sorry, guys. Simon rugged us. I didn't know. It's his fault.
We reached larger than 70 mil, but not 150. So yeah, so blue would have been the correct one, but I just selected the wrong, or whoever made this game just
We're
selected
supposed
the
to do
wrong.
this Kahoot in a few months when we do break 150 mil.
Exactly. I was manifesting the future, not talking about the past, basically. So the highest FTV we will reach this year.
It's a manifestation, guys. Okay, Simon
Yes.
was already manifesting the Solid prize
Yeah.
for next week.
Okay, that's it. So we got you as a winner.
Is it over?
Yeah, it is over actually.
It says just 3 out of 5. There's more.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, sorry guys.
But I think it's too late for Simon.
How many Solidians managed to get into tier 1 so far in percent? How many Solidians managed to get into tier 1 so far? Yeah, so you have to basically
It's too BD for him.
you basically have to be smart here and guess, okay, how many people actually made it into tier 1?
I know that I'm not in there.
Less than 10%, 14%, around 1%, or more than 20%. So, okay, majority of people say less than 10%, which is correct. But
Yeah, they're both correct.
but the more correct answer. So there's correct and there's more correct. The more correct answer is around 1%.
Less than 100% of people are in tier 1. We'll tell you that.
I mean, guys, it needs to be a bit difficult. I need to install some traps here and there for this to be more entertaining. But
Trap before was just a wrong answer was the right one.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how traps are meant to be made.
Spicing it up. The games are getting spicier.
Okay, next question. Last question for today. What do you think is the most common Solana ID badge? Is it the DEX Trader badge? Is it the Diamond Hand badge? Is it the Rug Puller badge? Or is it the Solana OG badge?
Definitely Rug Puller.
What is the most common Solana ID badge? What do the most people collect when they set up their Solana ID?
It's definitely not the
Dex
picture of
Trader.
the badge that's up.
Oh, good call, baby.
Definitely not that one.
Alrighty, the Solana OG badge. Actually, a lot of people had that right. Good job, guys. Some people said the Diamond Hand badge, which is also actually
It's the second.
the second most, probably. So yes, it is true. A lot of people have these badges. One silly guy said it's gonna be the Rug Puller badge. That was probably a very stupid person. But we do have some winners here. So on the third place, we have Le Sicilian. Congrats, my friend. You're on the third place. We have Solidian Knight on the second place. And we have number one, which is probably one of you guys, Simon's Bicep.
See, I'm always going chill on the last question, so someone else will. But
I can't hear you, sir. I can't hear you, Pierre. Oh, I keep mixing them up. I see both of you. How's the weather down there, Pierre? Huh?
Solid.
Can't see you
Give
down
me my
there,
fucking
buddy.
solid.
Guys, please get me out of here. Okay.
Okay, so who's actual first place? It's Solidian Knight. Then second is Lysis. I cannot pronounce it. Le Sicilian. And then who's the third?
We have the Paul's Beef.
Paul's Beef.
Yep.
I think it's Paul Beefs because Paul's Beef would be.
Is it?
I think it's Paul Beefs.
Oh, actually, it's Son of Gondor, I think.
Is it? It's me. It's me. It's me.
They have the same points, but Kahoot is putting Son of Gondor first.
Okay, so it is Solidian Knight on the first place. Then we have Le Sicilian and we have Son of Gondor.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna note that
Oh
down.
no, Solidian Knight is Cyber Brother again, and he says you can pull him out also for the next one. So we need the new. Okay, next time, neither me nor Benny nor Cyber Brother
Next time,
are going
half
to
the
play.
participants can't be the team.
That is actually correct. Okay. I mean, I know that Kahoot is not so easy because people have to, pull out the QR code, log in and everything. But, it's fun and you guys can win something. So you might as well give it a shot. But yeah, congrats. Aimed for first, but Simon rocked me on that question. You're welcome.
Fell for the trap.
Yeah. I think Paul Beefs, you might be in there now because Cyber opted out. So we're gonna get Paul Beefs and Gondor probably both in there, right? And this is
Paul's Beef is in there.
Yeah. So congrats, guys. We're gonna I made a screenshot, so I know who's in there.
Alrighty.
What's up with your dog back there, bro?
My what?
Is
I
your
don't
dog
know.
okay?
My dog?
Yeah, he's just doing his thing. He wants my
Ah.
attention.
A Benny's dog.
What's up, bro? What can I do for you? What's up? Oh yeah, man, this guy's
yeah.
crazy.
Uh-oh, you cannot do that. Now you have to play with him. You
well.
have to play with him now. You cannot.
It's look at him, bro. I'm terrified. This guy's gonna fuck me up.
He won't stop. I know this exactly.
Cool. Guys, do we have more stuff on the agenda up here?
Yeah, we have.
What?
have some time, or you want to go to bed?
No, I mean, I don't have.
What about you, Benny?
I don't have more appointments.
I'm with the flow. This
You
is
have to
early
have
morning for
some
me,
distance.
baby.
What?
Hi guys.
Yeah, fuck off now. Okay.
Some distance, okay?
Benny, please help me.
It's still solid talk, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then yeah, we have the marketing topics on the agenda
Yep.
that I think we can touch on. So Pierre has a few things to share because I think one thing that we're trying to do is everyone is trying to do that, get more attention to your project, right? And there's a few ways to do it. And since we are not only a startup with a product, but also a startup with a publicly listed token that everyone can buy, it's even more important that we have a good presence in media and everywhere in the internet, because we don't only want Solana ID holders, we also want to make sure that people understand why holding Solid is so bullish. Like we personally as a team are committed to the protocol. We do have team allocations that are locked up for a good while. Like we have the longest vesting schedules because we're here for the long term. We did implement some milestone-based vesting schedules as well, because if we get enough users to sign up to Solana ID, we get a few tokens already unlocked from the team allocation earlier, which is going to give us some liquidity to do with the tokens, put them in liquidity pools and so on, which is nice. So we can do that only if we manage to get enough users to sign up to Solana ID, and that can only happen if we get more top of the funnel inbound to all our channels and so on. So one of the ideas to get that done is not only Benny's role of growth lead by doing partnerships, getting our word out, getting perks up and running. That always helps to get people onto our platform. But it's also building the brand and building an audience, and that's more your job as well. Like at least from a strategy perspective, like how do we actually build the audience, and how do we get more people to join the community? And what are your latest thoughts on that topic? And what are we prepping to do?
Yeah. Let me think. How can I start? I said earlier when I asked you for a favor to follow us on the other socials that we have, especially Instagram, I would say, but also the others, that I have an idea also on making each of these channels more unique. But obviously we are still a small team, so we have to use the resources we have in the most efficient way, I would say. So I want to focus on one channel now again, like the same as we did with Twitter. We still keep on shipping the same content we post on Instagram, also on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. But I think we have the most potential right now with Instagram, because if you think about it, everyone who is on Twitter also Benny, you have Instagram? Are you using it?
Yeah.
Like for content consuming, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Like doom scrolling, rotting your brain.
Yeah, I had TikTok, but the algo is too good, so I deleted it because I was watching it too much. And Instagram algo is not as good.
So
but
see,
it's still,
even you're on TikTok. That just proves my point. I'm just trying to say that even if everyone says, "Oh, you have to be loud on Twitter and do your crypto marketing there," which is true, at least you can be a little bit more specific, and you have more people there that are already aware of crypto compared to a much broader audience on other social networks like Instagram. But you still have a lot of people there that are also on Twitter. So you can basically reach both audiences. But there's also a lot of people that are maybe in crypto, but are not yet in Solana. So you have a higher chance there. I mean, same for Twitter, but you have a higher chance there based on some content that you do to reach a very broad audience. And it's these days it's like very hard from a marketer's perspective to get a lot of reach on Twitter, especially if it's not huge announcements all the time, and you cannot ship huge announcements every day. But that's what usually works the best. If there's some bullish news, that usually spreads around. But on Instagram you can do content that is not so specific for your product, but maybe your niche, like crypto, but not even that. We are looking forward to basically just do some random, I would say random, very broad content that is still somehow related to, like, you know, crypto and tech, but very broad. And it's hard to explain. I think the easiest way is just follow us on Instagram, and then you will see it as soon as we start shipping the videos, because we have a very good setup now. We have I found a very good video editor here from the Philippines who is working with us now for 1 week, and he will basically help me to distribute more short form content on those platforms. So what he's doing right now is already, maybe if you're following us there, you already see that we ship a lot of short form clips now. From every Solid Talk there will be like 3 or 4 short form clips with like highlights that we are going to ship on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. And on top of that, we are going to record some new videos. So the goal is basically to ship at least 1 video a day. That would be awesome. If we can ship 1 video a day, that would be 365 videos per year, which is a lot on 3 platforms plus Twitter. We are still going to post some of those videos also on Twitter, but not all of them. So it's worth following us and to see some, you know, some more new content that we haven't done yet, and we'll be more experimental there. We'll just try stuff out and see how it goes, and then do more of it or not. But it will be super fun. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to record some nice videos in the next few days until Simon is leaving next week, and yeah, will be super fun. And as Simon said, the reason for that is just if we create a lot of traffic in the top of the marketing funnel, it's more likely that we get more users, but also especially more token holders. Because I think it's easier actually to get more token holders compared to users, because there's much more people that are just generally in crypto. But a lot of people that are in crypto don't even know that there's like a whole world going on, like ecosystems.
There's more people holding tokens than using crypto.
For sure. That's for sure.
Like I've seen some numbers as well. For example, like what do you guys think is the most used use case right now in crypto for apps?
DeFi.
And what of DeFi?
What?
Trading.
Trading. Yeah.
So just like token swaps, basically, like swapping tokens back and forth, and especially on bots, like I mentioned earlier, like huge traffic there, like on Axiom, on Photon, and so on. It started with BonkBot. Now we have these more advanced one. Axiom is huge by now. They're making actually a ridiculous amount of money, like I think 1.5 million a day.
Yeah.
So it's but what I'm saying is that these guys that's the use case, like token trading, right?
Yeah.
And they have around 42,000 users per day, which is not insanely huge for internet, use case.
For that revenue, that's really low.
For that revenue, it's pretty low, but it's also it tells me that there is potentially 42,000 people. And it's not only Axiom, by the way. I've seen it on other apps as well. A similar number of traders per day that are active. So that is kind of the number of active people in crypto in the most used apps. You can't really get more than that. That's the assumption, really, right? At least with the people that are already here. If you build something that attracts new people, sure, that's different, right? Like if you're doing something that's completely out of the crypto sphere, the total addressable market that you have is much higher than that, right? But this could be the market that you want to start with. It's 40,000 people, right? So attracting these is cool, right? That's great. What's easier for us is get people that just consume our content because they're interested in crypto and tech and technology and tokens and trading and money. So that's audience, that's community building. Everyone can do that. We can do that. And then we can also do token holders, as you said, because everyone, like 42,000 people per day are swapping tokens, and potentially even more are just holding them, right? Many more. So I think tokens is the best product. Like it's a really good product to sell. especially with a pitch like us, right? Solana ID is really well positioned in the market by now. We have a strong brand out there. People are familiar with us. We worked together with Solana Foundation before. We have a lot of reputable names that are working with our protocol. We're literally called Solana ID, which already implies that we have a strong foothold in the ecosystem. And the good thing is, it doesn't only sound like that, we actually have by now, after shipping and building and networking for more than a year now. All these kind of things, they play into the token, into the narrative of the token. And then we're building in a space which is marketing and attention economy, which is huge, right? Like everything is about that. Projects need to get their eyes on their products, and they're spending money on getting that mission done, right? And if they find a way to effectively spend that money, they'll double down on that. And that's exactly the product we're building. And the token is the revenue accrual model of that, because we feel that ref coins have been the most obvious path to a functional token vehicle, really, out there. So we have some OGs in the space, like MetaPlex, that have been doing buybacks since ever. We have the bigger ones that came this year into the party with Jupiter doing buybacks into the litter box. Then we have some newer ones like DeFi Tuna right now that came out that are also fully buyback enabled. And these tokens perform quite well, like usually. Drup is lagging a little bit behind, but they also have a lot of there's a lot of noise around the token from early investors and the company before Jupiter. These people also got tokens. They're getting unlocked. Now, there's a lot of reasons why Jupiter is lagging behind a little bit, in my opinion. Different story. All I'm saying is that ref coins are a good narrative as well. So if we manage to build a business that makes money, which is the main thesis of our narrative with Solana ID and performs marketing on chain, and we manage to get that money back to the token by strategic buybacks, mainly, and ref share, then I think the token has a lot of potential value that it can accrue, especially sitting at a 3 to 4 milli fully diluted valuation right now, compared to the all-time high at 75 something mil where we've been before, compared to our competitors, which are also in the attention economy market and all are above 100 mil. So just saying, there's a lot of breathing room to the upside here for the token, and it can go really quickly with some of these coins, right? So we are as bullish as ever on that vehicle, and I think with pushing out more content, we're going to get more attention to the project, to the token, and that's exactly Paul Beef says, that we have to do something about that. And I think, if I understand you correctly, we have to get the word out. We have to make people aware of what we're doing here. And obviously, you guys can help by spreading the word, but it's our mission, it's our job to get that done. So we get it done by pushing out new forms of content. So just, stay tuned for that on all the channels, including Twitter. We're going to push out content, as we always do, but we're going to be more aggressive on Instagram right now as well to get more people in. And then we're going to work on much more bullish product announcements in the next 4 to 8 weeks that are going to go out, with amplifications from strong community partners, including names like MetaMask that are going to join a special campaign in October as well, which is another huge thing for everything. So I think, together with the market usually performing quite well in Q4, together with the fact that BTC is usually leading the way with topping out somewhere in November, December, then altcoins following after, potentially even into the next year, including with all the momentum we've been building up, I think things shit can hit the fan in a positive way really quickly after the next couple of weeks. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Sorry for ranting, but I felt like putting that out there. Cool. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're very good. Thanks for the rant.
I think we touched on a lot of things. Benny, any last words?
Not really. I mean, just to kind of pile on with the user acquisition side, I think it's good to have a multi-pronged approach where we're attracting Solana native users with our ongoing partnerships and perks with CFL, for example. We're attracting crypto native but new Solana users through a variety of different mediums. One of the big ones, as you touched on, is MetaMask. We got the full green light sign off. We are officially partnering with them for their Solana rollout. That's going to be 20 million monthly active users that are going to be actively pushed to Solana, and Solana ID is going to be that initial starting point for those users coming to Solana. You know, I was talking to the Orca team earlier, and you know, I don't want to get too crazy or put expectations too high, but I don't think it's insane to think that, you know, 10% of the users come through the portal, right? Like 10% of users are at least coming to Solana and checking out. Maybe they're not minting a Solana ID, maybe they're not claiming per se, but at least we're getting, you know, about 2 million eyes on us. If we can acquire even 1% of their user base, that's 200,000 users. That's absolutely insane. That's ridiculous. Like we're sitting at 13,000. A single partnership can, you know, 20x our user base to a certain extent. And then on the social side of it, where we're able to tap into more of the normie community, maybe crypto curious, but not crypto native users, we can do more fun educational content, stuff that maybe still taps into Solana ID, taps into Solana, but we can get a little bit more experimental, as Pierre said, on those other socials. But overall, I really do think that we're hitting this peak. We're coming up to a catalyst here across the board, where we have the SDN launching very soon. We have the MetaMask campaign coming out with some high profile perk partners. Our API is being integrated on both the perk and display side with some really high value partners where we're pushing marketing. Really, it feels like we've been accumulating to this point over the last several months, and now in the next 1 to 2 months, we're really going to just take advantage of all that momentum we've been gathering.
Yep. Just one thing, I think I need to correct you on the numbers, because I think the math is not mathing. You said 2 million users, and if we would get wait, 20 million or 2 million?
20 million monthly.
Okay,
200,000.
then you're right. I thought
yeah.
you said 2 million. Then no, the math is mathing. Oh, good. It was just my
But
ear
that's
that was
insane,
not
right?
moving.
1% of their user base is 20 times ours to a certain extent. Like, not exact math.
Yeah,
there,
that's
it's
crazy.
13, but like, and it is not ridiculous to imagine us acquiring 1%.
Yeah, that would even be bearish. I think we can reach for higher numbers.
Right? I mean, that's crazy. And then once we have that user base, and once we have this initial like a foundation of display partners and perk partners, then I really do think we hit this like blast off point where we have such a large user base. Perk partners want to acquire our users and offer perks. More users want to come through because they see new and exciting perks coming through our system. More display partners want to display because there's so many more users looking for perks. There's more perks paying them for displaying. I mean, it really does just kind of take off from there.
Yeah. Yep, it's all about the collabs. So that's why we have Benny in the team, because he's a magician. BD magician. So with that being said, I also want to give Benny a little bit of a weekend. I think you didn't get too much sleep tonight, so maybe you can catch up on a little bit today or tonight, whatever you prefer. But guys, thank you so much for joining Sol Talk number 54 out there. If you are listening to this, if you're in here with us right now, then please make sure to go and follow us everywhere you can, because we're going to pump out some content. Make sure that you are in the loop, because things are getting more and more exciting for Solana in the next couple of weeks and months even. So you need to stay in the loop, and you can always join us Saturdays, because Saturdays are for Solid Talks, and Saturdays at 3 p.m. UTC, we're going to be here and we're going to live stream. We're going to have some fun together. We're going to cover markets. We're going to cover Solana updates. We're going to bring on some exciting guest speakers, hopefully with better Wi-Fi connections. Sorry, Ryan. And we're going to just vibe a little bit. So thanks for joining tonight or today or wherever you are in the morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. Markets are a bit crazy right now. Just, hang in there tight. I think we might recover a little bit, but then we're going to go up, and alts are going to go up as well, and SOL is going to moon as well. No financial advice, but ladies and gentlemen, stay solid or get solid, and we will see you at the next one. We're going to log off now. Bye.